But I did speak with people who were inside when those shots rang out, people who were just shopping, and those who also worked inside the mall. They said it was a very scary situation for them. One woman said that she could not believe what she was hearing at 7 o'clock meeting. And there's a lot of public here trying to talk about, I think somebody just got kicked out of the meeting right here. What did you do? Sir, what did you say you did?
They better not touch me, though. Sir, get her ass to business in her.
Our crews, my photographer and I, we had our car searched as we tried to go into Cherry Grove Apartments, as did everyone who went in and out of those apartments. Police say they were looking for someone, and we know that person is Austin Drummond. What are you thinking when you see what has happened to your home?
I mean, every time I look at it, the word disaster.
I've watched Hernandez Govan walk in and out of the courtroom every single day for the past 4 days, but today he had a smile on his face. Those other days was a straight face. He didn't really look at any of us. Today he had a smile on his face after that verdict came down. The bullets flew so far, they flew to this church right across the street. Now you can see on here that a bullet went through this glass pane and grazed some other areas. We just heard from MPD that said that the mall was back open, but security just came by and they closed the doors. So, these are automatic open. You can't get inside because they said they are closed for the day.
Your dad's going to be arrested today.
The words Edgar Perez was not expecting to hear Tuesday morning. While Homeland Security showed up at his home in Bartlett, lawmakers in Washington going back and forth on President Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill. Included in the legislation, $46 billion for border wall construction, $45 billion to expand immigration detention centers, and $30 billion to hire more resources for ICE.
It really hurts because it feels like I don't have control of my life. Some man in some office in UCIS, either Nebraska or wherever their offices are, has control of my life.
Recent ICE detention and arrest data shows that since September 2023, over 1,000 immigration-related arrests have been made in parts of West Tennessee. Let's break down some of the data. Out of those arrests in parts of West Tennessee, 48% were for immigration violations, 22% were convicted criminals, 29% pending criminal charges. Perez, a DACA recipient himself, Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, a program that provides temporary protection for immigrants who arrived in the U.S. as children. He keeps his documentation on him at all times out of fear of being deported. Tuesday, his fear became a reality, but for his dad.
The main thing that I always heard is we're going to get rid of the criminals first, or we're going to change the way how we handle criminals. My father is not a criminal. Never has been. U.S.
Senator Marsha Blackburn posted on social media after the big, beautiful bill passed in the Senate, claiming that the legislation secures, quote, the largest investment ever in border security, end quote. Perez is still in shock as he says his dad is headed to a detention center in Louisiana.
This is not right. It can happen to anybody. It can happen to your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your...
Back open for business.
Want the bone in or bone out? I'm just glad to be back and open and back in business. It put a little damper on things.
Mark Moffmer opened his Cordova food truck for the first time since this happened. According to court records, Alton Turner allegedly drove his truck into Moffmer's food truck last month, nearly hitting him and another man. Turner was charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault and 2 counts of attempted second-degree murder. But a week after he was charged, he was released on his own recognizance, or ROR.
Honestly, I really don't have a reaction. It was kind of expected because that's the norm in Memphis. They commit crimes, they let them out on OR, and then they recommit.
A spokesperson for the Shelby County District Attorney's Office explained that Turner was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. They said he was seen by the behavioral health team after the incident, and conditions like monitoring his medication, undergoing alcohol and drug testing, and attending pretrial services weekly were made in accordance with his release. Shelby County Sheriff Floyd Bonner said mental health services are in dire need at the Shelby County Jail. County leaders said $22 million was announced for a mental health facility in Shelby County to give inmates at 201 Poplar the right services.
We invested about $22 million at the adult level. We got so many individuals that's sitting at 201 Poplar right now that should be in some type of clinical treatment center.
Moffmer said although reopening took rebuilding and a lot of repairs, he was determined.
What God has for me is for me, you know, and you can't stop it, you can't block it, and that's what we're going on.
I hate when they say the hood. We live in the hood. We do not live in the hood. We live in a community, a historic community.
Orange Mound homeowners and the unhoused alike pitched in Monday to clean up the community they live in.
Why we can't have flowers and gardens and stuff in our own community, so we formed the Orange Mound Blight Patrol.
Orange Mound Blight Patrol was created after they made changes at Orange Mound Park. Residents wanted to continue the work to show pride in their community, but also to stop crime. Esther Jones's daughter was shot multiple times in a drive-by shooting in December of 2023. She said the way Orange Mound looks invites crime.
If you somewhere where it's nice and pretty, they make you feel good about yourself. But if you living in trash, you know, how you gonna feel?
There are more than 25,000 active code enforcement violations across Memphis, according to the city of Memphis's dashboard. 21,000 are non-structural violations. The group said it's up to them to make a change.
Like, I want to keep the community clean, cause it ain't all about like the city council, ain't all about the mayor. We gotta take our own street back.
This is University of Memphis Police Services. We're trying to get in touch with Alante Waller.
A dreaded voicemail no student wants to get.
We think your vehicle may have been involved in a vandalism.
Alante Waller, a junior at the University of Memphis, got a voicemail like this twice in the span of just over a month. According to a report, her Kia Forte was broken into on August 31st.
So I got there and I looked in the driver's seat and I seen that the steering wheel column was on the ground,
causing nearly $1,000 worth of damage. And just when she got her car back, she says it was broken into again on Sunday.
I could hear it in their voice with the voicemail that they're not, they're not surprised by this anymore. And I wasn't either at the time. I'm just like, oh my God, it happened again.
Waller says being a student is hard enough, but now she's wondering whether her car is safe on campus.
I understand that this happens everywhere, but I feel as though I paid a part, which means I pay to feel as though my car is being, watched and secure and everything else. So for it to happen twice.
Her mother, also frustrated, says something needs to be done.
It seemed like we can't win for losing there, and you're getting no help at all.
Waller is calling on university leaders to make changes to security.
I wish that there would be some things put in place, where maybe they have, more police on campus, or, do a thorough search, not just sit in a lot, because you don't know if they're paying attention or not.
In August, the university announced $5 million in safety enhancements around campus, including increasing patrol vehicles and 24/7 monitoring. Waller wonders whether that's happening.
For me to ask, okay, well, were there any police, around at the time? And for them to be honest and tell me no, I do feel some type of way about that.